I was just on the phone with a client and we were talking about like what really matters in business and what really matters in marketing and what really matters when it comes to branding and what we put out there on social media and what we're trying to tell people about our businesses and our copywriting. And as a marketer myself, as a marketing consultant, all those things do matter to me. But I have to be completely transparent. Sometimes I just don't care about marketing. I care about small businesses. I care about business owners. I care about mission. I care about people making good things in the world and about helping good people fulfill their own vision. And I want to see people succeed. But whether or not I care about like marketing as a profession, sometimes I feel relatively like apathetic about it as a profession. And let me tell you why. I think, so many companies are out there gaming to be top of search in Google. They're gaming out there to get like good reviews online. They're gaming out there to try to make themselves look like something that they're not. There's a lot of business owners out there that are making really great things. And a lot of times what's crazy is the people who make good things sometimes aren't the best at marketing those great things. And sometimes people that make like mediocre products are better at marketing and playing that game. And so end up making more money and end up maybe being more successful because they're better at playing the game of business than they are at actually making something good. And beyond making something good, I want to talk about like being something good. Man, I'm going to just process really transparent here. So I was a pastor for 13 years. Many people that know me already know that. So it's not news flash for anybody. I went into the business world about 13 years ago. I'm not good at math. 11 years ago. And when I first started working with people that were in business that weren't like people that had like that they were really out there to make money. Like they went into business because they found something that they could buy low or a product that they could sell or a service that they could sell and they could sell it for more than what they were paying for it. Or they could gain insurance or gain a client going into debt to buy their service, whatever. And I met a lot of these people that were like playing the game of business. And to be frank, like I just hated working with some of these people. I remember some people, I could say the guy's name on here, but I'm not going to. But I remember one client in particular I worked with in the past that was just so condescending. He didn't care about his clients. He didn't really care about his brand. He really just wanted to make money and he wanted to be right. He wanted to be the smartest guy and the most successful guy in the room. It was very difficult to be around. And so, yeah, I guess like I'm the reason I'm bringing that up is because I think that like when I really look at what I want my contribution to the world to be in my profession, my job, what I give my time and thought and experience to is not necessarily helping people play the game of marketing. I want to help good people succeed. And what do I mean by good people? Like this is an interesting one because some people like to have a brand that make them look like they're a good person and like they have good energy or like they're bringing life to the world. As a strengths finder consultant in the past, I would talk to clients about whether or not someone's life giving or life sucking, or whether or not they're like generative or they're acting like degenerative, like taking life or giving life. I think we all know what this means, like either people have like what was called like good energy or they have negative energy. And I recently read a book called Power versus Force, super fascinating book. But in that book, there's a scale, and on one part of the scale, I look at it as like a triangle, right? Like a summit. And on one part, people can go down into like fear, blame, shame, desperation. And on the other side, where people are growing and positive, like life giving or generative, there's words like hope, courage, generosity, freedom, gratitude. And at the end of the day, I guess like what it means to be like a good person in business and to have like a good presence in business is to be the type of person that's asking themselves the question, am I creating a place? Am I creating a product? Is the way that I'm going about doing business a place out of courage, hope, love, generosity, and gratitude? Or is the way that I'm going about being in business one of fear of not making enough money, hoping that I can scam my way into like suckering people into like spending more money than they think that they should be. You have other people that are out doing business and they're like either just malicious or they're predatory. And I've worked with people that are like that too, where they don't care about the debt that people are going into. They don't care if people are truly being leveraged beyond their means in order to buy their product. They don't care if their product is good. And I've worked with those people before in the past. And I guess like where I'm at now is I want to encourage people out there, if you're listening to this and you're thinking about like, what does it mean to be a person of business in the world? What does it mean to be making a product or something good in the world? I want to encourage people to think about these words. Think about the words courage, love, hope, generosity, gratitude. Those types of things, like when we create a space or when we create a business or when we create a product, and at the heart of those things, those are our very ways of being. What we leave in the world will be so much more significant than like 4-star reviews on Google or 1,000 likes on a post or 1 million followers on Instagram. The way that we create a business and courage, love, gratitude, hope, goodness, generosity, those things bleed out into the people that work for those businesses. And then those people go home to interact with their kids and their families. And when we make businesses that are rooted in all these good things, the good things end up becoming exponential in the world that are around us when it comes to like what matters in business. I think what matters in business is that the people that go about planning a product, starting a product, building a product, making something, that they're building those things and creating those things out of a place of saying, how can I create more gratitude in the world? How can I make a product that generously helps my customers? How can I create a product that's needed for the marketplace, but maybe I'm a little afraid to do it, but I'm going to do it anyway because I know the market here needs it. And like, how can I create a place where like at the core, the energy that I put into it is generative, love, joy, gratitude, generosity, and courage. Like, how can I make something that's like at the core is made of those things? I really want to be a part of working with businesses that take those things seriously. That at the end, it's like, yes, I would love to help every business that I work with make money. But so many people approach business with a money first mentality. And money in and of itself doesn't carry any energy, right? Money in itself is neutral. But when you have the fear of not making money versus like having like the hope of, I hope that I can make enough money so that I can pay more people to work here, so that I can afford to make this space even better, so that I can buy more quality food to serve to the people that are in this community, so that I could bring in, maybe open more locations or something like that. Those things matter more to me. I really want to encourage anyone that's made it this far into watching this, that at the end of the day, who we are in the world and how we show up in the world in love, generosity, gratitude, joy, hope, and courage, like that's what really matters in business. You can have a great product. You could have a product that looks like it's going to be great for other people. But if you lose those things and tip over to building your product out of fear, out of desperation, out of blame, out of greed, then whatever product you make is now going to carry that energy into the marketplace. And it won't be received the way that you think it will be received, because the energy that you made it with ultimately carries on to the people that experience that product or space or thing. So what matters in business? I think what matters in business is who we are as we go about doing our business.